Hi, everybody, and hi, my beautiful co host, Sis-Star, cosmic being, cosmic queen, all the way from outer space and from Mesa, Arizona.
Mhm.
And to everybody out there, welcome to Cosmic Sis-Star Show with Corinne and Anne, as usual, right, on Wednesdays.
Yes,
Remember that on Wednesdays. And today we will talk about luminous transitions, the power and beauty of energy clearings and blessings.
yes,
So, in the soft shimmer between what has been and what is becoming, there is a sacred moment where the soul exhales, a moment where the old loosens its grip, where heaviness dissolves, and where the inner landscape opens like a dawn lit horizon. This is the realm of luminous transition, the gentle, powerful art of clearing, blessing, and consciously tending to the energy that shapes our lives. In today's Cosmic Sister show, Corinne and Anne will step into this radiant field with you, and together we explore how energy clearings are not simply spiritual practices, but living acts of love. How blessings are not rituals of form, but frequencies that soften, uplift, and realign us with our truest essence. And how every transition, whether subtle or seismic, carries within it an invitation to rise into greater clarity, peace, and inner spaciousness. This conversation, sorry, is a warm ladder for anyone navigating change, releasing old patterns, or seeking a deeper sense of harmony in their home, heart, or energetic body. Anne and Corinne illuminate how clearings create room for new timelines to unfold, how blessings anchor light into the everyday, and how each of us can become a conscious guardian of our own energetic field. So, everybody, settle in, breathe deeply, and allow the luminous currents to meet you. This is a journey into purity, presence, and the quiet beauty of beginning again. And today we have Wednesday, May 27th in US and Europe, and our future Australia, Thursday, May 28th. Always our future. And again, we will talk about luminous transitions, the power and beauty of energy clearings and blessings. Energy is so important. Our last show on Cosmic Guardians and Cosmic Sisters was last Wednesday. So we made kind of a last minute change. We replayed a review of the four agreements and we discussed the fifth agreement. So that one we did this year in the beginning, I think in March, in the beginning of March.
mhm,
Last year, we had two series going on, and we had the Celestial Prophecy, 12 Insights, plus we had the four agreements, but there are more to everything, isn't there? So we talked about the fifth agreement on last week's show. So it's one of our favorites. So we decided to stream that for you again. We do go live on YouTube every week, every Wednesday at youtube.com slash at Cosmic Guardians 111 slash streams and youtube.com slash at Angel Place on Earth slash streams. And we also always stream the replay after the show at facebook.com slash Cosmic Guardians. So now let's prepare for the show. Let's take a soft breath together and arrive fully into this moment and dive deep into today's topic.
wow. Again, your words are heartfelt. And I think I said before the show how the love and the care that you put into bringing these words to people. I'm always in awe of the beautiful. It's almost like a dance, and I so enjoy listening to what you have written and reading what you have written. And uh, thank you for this
Thank
experience.
you. Thank you.
So I'm asking today, why don't we take a moment and step into a time of reflection, a time to be grateful for the journey that brought us here right now. Along the way, as debris breaks up, we shed our old thoughts, our ideas, and our feelings, and even our perceptions of ourselves. And it's very healing and refreshing to do an energy cleaning the same as nature does. Nature brings the rain, it brings the wind, it allows all the clutter to be blown away to make pathways for new growth, new insight, and it allows our intuition to flow effortlessly. We can rediscover our thoughts and feelings that so lovingly broke up all of that mundane robotic experience, and it sheds light on our greatest potentials. And these potentials are the gift of the now, authenticity, self love, and the reconnection with our divine consciousness, all working to illuminate our soul's awareness.
Beautiful. And energy and clearings and everything you mentioned, it's so important. And we take care of ourselves in a different way on a daily basis. We tend to forget that inner part, that inner work, right?
Yes,
So if this world contains of energy and we naturally exchange energy each and every day, it's logical that we need to ponder about our energy and check our energy and work with that part. But it's not something we are automatically taught, right? So
correct.
there are moments in life when the unseen becomes unmistakably present, when the air feels charged with possibility, or when the air feels charged with something that I feel uncomfortable with, right?
Correct.
Because we sense it. When the heart senses a shift long before the mind understands it. These are the moments of luminous transition, the sacred thresholds where energy clearings and blessings open pathways that were once hidden. So, if we clear our energy and take care of our energy, and it's not like you can't do it one time and that's going to be it, right? It's a, it's a continuous journey.
Yes.
Um, these things that we stated, they are gentle yet powerful movements of light that realign the soul, our soul, with its highest truth, its highest wisdom. So there's no shortcuts.
No, they're not. And living in Arizona, which is dust much of the time, I do understand how I just dusted yesterday. Why do I need to dust today? Because that's how it accumulates. And moving through the world and being empathic, we have a tendency to collect even more dust. But when you listen to your soul and you acknowledge it when it is asking to be cleaned, you will clean yourself from the impact of that negativity. And this becomes a high priority. Clearing this space before the clutter overtakes and becomes overwhelming. And some of the ways that I've found assist people is number one, remember to bless yourself, acknowledging that all the determined effort that you gave to create this new awareness and get to this point in your journey, bless it and then
Yes.
gently let it go. Let go of the heaviness. Number two, physically, flowing water, whether it's a shower, whether it's a sprinkler running in the backyard, just having that water wash away all the heaviness and the debris. And that helps you have a physical recognition that you're letting go. And then just stepping into nature. Take your shoes off, walk on the grass, hug a tree, come back to your center and bring back the balance. And checking in with your spiritual mentor. One of the many tools that I use when people come, it's called literally the universal clearing. And it takes about an hour. But the beauty is that it clears away negativity in all forms, thought forms, negative people, negative jobs, toxic relationships. It clears addictions. It clears chemical toxins. It clears on all levels the physical, mental, emotional, psychic, and empathetic. It removes implants and devices that may control our energy and allow people to steal our energy. And it's a beautiful thing when people come and experience this, they feel lighter, clearer. I recommend that they do this every 6 months or so because even I have to remind myself, oh, it's time to get in there and clean. Uh, Before I do a meditation, I will clean, starting with me. I will clean my DNA. I will clean between the strands of the DNA. I will clean every atom in my body. I will clean the spaces between the atoms. I will clean my auric field, my psychic field. I clean the house. I even clean whatever I brought into the house. I clean the energy around the house. When you clean this, you open up the opportunity for the pure intention to be able to come through.
Yes, indeed. And many times people think that energy clearings are about releasing, no, erasing the past.
No,
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 it's not. Um, Energy clearings are about releasing the weight that no longer belongs to you and me and anyone
right.
else, right?
Yes,
Energy clearings dissolve the residue of old stories, outdated beliefs, and emotional imprints that have lingered in our energetic field. And we have experience in this lifetime, for instance. So we're not going to get rid of the memories. But as we said so many times before, when we clear away the energy that is attached in a way that's going to affect us in a negative way, that means that we can return to our clarity easier, right? Because
correct.
a clearing is, in essence, a return to clarity. So, clearing is the art of making space. It is the invitation for your energy to breathe again, to expand again, to return to its natural brilliance, because as we said also many times before, we are having, sometimes we put them on ourselves or we have others put them on us,
Yes.
layers of stuff, right?
Yes.
Energy, opinions, perceptions, ideas, you name it, values that
Everything.
we
Yes.
are ours, and also things that are coming on the etheric level, like you mentioned. We can have etheric devices on us. We have a lot of programs, both from this world and programs that are connected to the soul, like we can call them attachments, right?
Correct.
So when we don't take care of that energy, it's adding up. So we feel more restricted, heavier, and confused. And sometimes we can even have fragments of souls on us that are not ours. That's create more confusion.
Yes. And this is actually a law of nature. I mean, when even in our bodies, when the cells create energy and and help us do what we're doing, there is always waste product that needs to be removed. And our beautiful bodies say, well, we're not going to keep all of that crap. We're going to let it go. And we forget that energetically, we actually pick up more of these vibes, especially when you are an empath. An empath, because we feel everything, we feel the seen and the unseen. And it's very easy to have that debris that's floating around just kind of stick.
Yeah.
I notice that when people are working in toxic elements and in toxic are having a toxic relationship, it's almost as if all of this stuff has stuck to them, and it's like flypaper. They don't really go out and say, "Gee, I'm going to be a toxic person," but just walking through, they accumulate that, and we need to get that off in all different layers. And by clearing your energy, you open to the illumination that lies deep within, and
Yes.
it frees you to be renewed and have that full feeling and enjoyment and clarity of being able to do what you came here to do.
Exactly. And you know, when we release any burden, and that is logic also,
Yes.
we feel lighter. And when we don't carry around all those things that are coming from this lifetime and also other lifetimes, because
Yep.
that happens too. Remember not to punish yourself for anything, because as an empath, we're going to feel for everyone, and that is normal. So come to that point and ask yourself, am I willing to change who I am for someone else? And that is your answer, because usually people don't. They don't want to change. You don't have to change because you came here to bring something to this world, right?
Right.
And by bringing your authentic self, meaning clearing away all those things that doesn't belong to you, coming back to your core, that is your gift to the world. And
Exactly.
because we are one person walking on this earth, right? And one soul, maybe a soul with connections, a lot of connections, but we're still one person, but we can still change. As you said before, if I work on my part, I'm going to radiate my energy to others, And you said when you do your heart meditation, open heart meditation, one person in that meditation affects 1,000 people.
Exactly. Exactly. And the energy that we emote has a very visceral effect on everything. We can affect the weather, we affect electronics. Um, I laugh a lot because when I get really relaxed and happy, I can be driving along and the street lights will go out. And I drive under a street line, poof, it goes out. It comes back on, and poof, it goes out. And I'm thinking to myself, if a policeman were following me, he would pull me over and want to know why I was knocking out the street lights. But I have that effect with all electronics. I tell people to take their watches off before I work on them. Um, I had this effect, and I didn't realize that, but a person who came to me and she was carrying her credit cards in her pocket. And the next day she calls me up and she says, do you think your energy would have any effect on my credit cards? And I said, why? What's going on? And she says, well, every single one of them won't work. And yes, energy is real. And if our energy gets congested, it's it puts pressure on us to have to push through that. Where if we do a clearing and we have that nice open space, that energy can flow easily. And,
Yes.
you know, we forget that. And yet we change our clothes, we change uh, where we're going, we change something that we eat, but we forget how powerful just our energy
Yes.
is. And it
And I
needs
think
to be changed.
I think another example is that actually, if you make a test, most people can feel, even if they won't know it, even if they have their behind towards you, right? They can
Right.
sense that you're looking at them. Most people
Yes,
can. That's energy.
that's energy. That is one of the senses that people don't really acknowledge. But we have more than just six senses. Intuition and the ability to perceive danger. That little you walk into a room and the little hairs on the back of your neck go, yeah, I don't want to go in there. And this is all energy. And how beautiful it is when, like, especially, I'm referring again to the fact that we're in our dusty time before we get our monsoons. And when I finally wipe off the dust and I go, oh, I didn't even remember, I didn't even remember that it was that color because so much dust had landed on it. So imagine if after you've been doing a lot of energy work, and they recommend this, but we sometimes forget it, to just, cleanse that energy off of you. But now and then you have to really get in there and do a deep clean. And you feel so much lighter when this
Yes,
happens. And
yes,
and we are the divine light and must stay clean. Your light is meant to shine bright. And when you remove that stagnation, the energy and light flows freely. And this will clear all of the imbalances that maybe you have accumulated. And
yeah.
it's a good feeling.
It is a great feeling. And what we may not always think about is that if everything is energy, it means that gossip, if I'm gossiping behind someone's back and I'm stating things about them, that's energy.
That's
What am
right.
I saying? Am I stating something that's going to have an effect on them? We can't really hurt one another in that sense. It has to be really physical. But we can create chaos for someone, actually, to be honest with you. Or there are actually people who are sending intentionally negative energy towards others, and that's a no-no. And that's also something we can protect ourselves for it. And that's
Yes.
it. If we refuse to allow that, we work on the energy, on how to. Sometimes we close the energy, other times we clear energy that has built up within us, right? From
Yes.
this lifetime and other lifetimes. But it's actually fascinating how fast this works. And of course, it depends on if you close your energy, it depends on if someone is very sensitive or it takes them a longer time to pick it up, right? But it works. I have actually something I do that worked extremely well. I didn't have, I had my idea of testing it. I didn't need to because I had someone, and not because I'm judging that person or anything, but this was a really difficult client. And I said so many times, for a couple of weeks at least, I don't think I'm the person who can help you, right? Because
Yes.
even if we have a certain amount of abilities, we can hold someone under here, holding them up
Yeah.
under the arms. Um, you have to also want to do something for yourself or change your thought pattern or your way of what you're doing, what you are saying, how you talk to yourself, things of that nature, right? And I tried everything, but she kept calling. So what did I do? I said, after an evening shift, I said, I close the door to my energy for anyone who wants to use my energy in any way, in all existence of time and space. It may be positively or negatively, it doesn't matter, without my conscious consent.
Yes. Yes.
And I could see visually how I closed the door. Well, 20 hours later, next evening, I had a phone call, and this lady, because some people are so on, they won't just leave you. They want explanations, they want everything, right? So she called and she said, do you really want to talk to me? And it's kind of direct. I don't like to be rude to someone, right? So
Right.
I said to you so many times, I don't think I am the person who can help you because what you are looking for, I'm not doing those things because I don't do rituals, I don't do spells, I don't do stuff of that nature, right?
Right.
And she said, that was not the question I asked you. I asked you if you really want to talk to me. And I just said, okay, you want the answer. I would prefer not to. And she never called me again.
Yes. But that is that that is the insecurity of these people looking for someone to just tell them what to do, and you and I do not do that.
No, and it's also, she's not a bad person. Deep down, she's a very sensitive soul as well, right?
Yes.
But the thing is, you can't manipulate someone and gain energy from them to do your thing.
Yes.
That's not going to work. And sometimes it's actually the most loving act to say no.
Exactly. One of the things that I also love about the universal clearing is that, unbeknownst to us, maybe as a child or a baby, maybe our parents got together and say, boy, if I have a girl and you have a boy, they're going to get married. Or maybe someone says, well, when my daughter grows up, she's going to be a this or a that. which means that they are making agreements for you which you have not consented to.
Yes,
And
exactly.
in this clearing, it will break all of those contracts that we're not even aware of. And some of these things bind us, and we're not even sure why we keep making the same effort doing something and not get anywhere. And it's because of the things that were said for us that we did not give our sanction on. And by saying what you did, you broke that. And I also remind people when they come and have this clearing, I said, be reassured that within 24 hours, the other people, like
Yeah.
if I am removing cords, I don't cut cords. I eradicate them. I burn them back to right within millimeters of the other person. I don't touch the other person, but I dissolve that cord completely in your
Yeah.
body and theirs. And it's like in Star Wars when he says, I no longer feel the force. These people that are connected to you, that are pulling your energy, are going to feel it. And
Yeah.
sure enough, I have clients come back and say, I can't believe what you said because so and so, I haven't talked to her in months. And she called up and said, how are you doing? I've been missing you. And because they want to make that reconnection.
Yeah.
But it's
Exactly.
so important that if we stay clear, we don't fall into having our energy being siphoned because we're aware, we're feeling it more. But when you get cluttered, you don't know if a little bit's going this way and a little bit's going that way. So clearing is so
Clearing,
vitally important.
it is important because you can feel very scattered all over the place, right?
Yep,
And picking up things, you can call that also attachments like cords, right? Yes,
exactly.
of course. Doing clearings that go deep, that involves all existence of time and space.
That's right.
But that means also someone doing that for you, for instance, or for me. That means that we come up with like a blank canvas.
Uh huh.
So that's the point we should be aware of, not bringing all those things back because we can, right?
Exactly. Exactly. I remember one time I was working with someone who, and I'm saying this lovingly because um, I have met many very unique, authentic people, you being at the top of my list. Um, but I have met many people that are wannabes. And yes, I'm a healer. I'm this, and this person came to me and said, "Well, I want you to help clear me." And I said, "Okay." And we started, and all of a sudden she says, "Well, don't. I'm not going to let go of that. I want to hang on to that. So you can do everything else, but you can't do that." And I'm going, "Okay." And then because I'm not specifically going, I'm not reading her mind and going, "Okay, we need to get rid of this and this and this." The energy, loving, much more knowledgeable than me, is clearing. And all of a sudden, again, she says, "Nope, not going to get rid of that." And finally, I said, "It's okay for you to be where you're being, but coming here and taking my time and energy when you do not want to really make a change doesn't seem logical." And Spock says, like you need to find somebody that, and I didn't say this, but I thought it, you need to find somebody that will play the game you want to play. I'll take this, I'll throw this, I'll take this, I'll throw this. It's like when someone goes in to help someone clear their house and they have a pile of really going to get rid of it, never want to see it again, maybe. And they start putting them in there, and the people go and they take the stuff out of that one and they put it back over there. And I've often used the illustration where I give people a little bag And I said, this is where you put everything that you want to get rid of. Now, you've got to actually carry that to the garbage. Make sure you put a lot of other garbage on it so you don't dig through the garbage to find that and take it out again.
Yeah.
But that is the responsibility of the person that you're working with. And some people are not willing to do that, and that's fine.
Yeah, that's fine too. But
But go to somebody else that they can spend that time with rather than utilizing my time that when people really want to make changes. So I
so,
lovingly say to them, go away.
sometime, this is my perception of it, of course. I think that many people go to someone and think that work is going to be done for them.
Oh,
And
yeah.
yes, work is going to be done for everybody. It's personal, right?
Yes.
But it's not something that's going to help if we keep on taking back things. And it's not also, as Miss Corrine said, it's not also about judging ourselves, right? But when we are ready to release something, we're going to release that one way or another. But if we hold on to something, maybe we should start thinking about, why do I want to hold on to something that actually is wearing me down in
Yes.
one way or another? It doesn't mean that we are obligated, but also we can't pick like a Swedish smorgasbord, right? We can't pick a little here and there and there and there and there and think that our life is going to change. If we want to have real change and lasting change, it is a process.
It
And it
is.
may be in the beginning that you feel, I'm not ready to release those things. But in the process, maybe at the end, someone's going to
Yes.
say, but you can't really, if you feel someone that also have fixed ideas and opinions, well, I have 10 things here that are wearing me down. I'm not ready to release them. Well, what are we going to work on then?
Exactly. And that is it. I will work with someone that that literally is working in the process, and it's little tiny baby steps. It's not like overnight. I'm not expecting that. It's when you have somebody that emphatically absolutely says, you know, it has to be this way or no way, then you go, okay, that's okay. You can take it and you can go away.
Yeah,
But
exactly.
but it does take time. I've worked with people for very, very long periods of time. I've worked with myself for over 50 years. I still have things that I have cleared on one level, and I'm feeling great. And then something a little bit will show up and I go, "Oh, well, maybe I need to work on that a little bit more." It's kind of like a third dimensional chess game where you have like this, and the chess players are on different levels, and you move this, and everything's fine for a while, and then, oh, well, it showed up over here. That's life. That happens. But being willing to go, okay, let's move this chess player and let's this piece and see where we
Yes,
where we come. The willingness to put the
yes,
effort in.
yes. And a clearing, you could say, I know I said it, but I'm saying it again. A clearing is a return to clarity, while a blessing is a return to light. But
Ex-
doing clearings means that we are aligning our inner core, the soul, whatever you want to call that, right? So
yes.
we come in alignment with who we, our authentic self. You could say it in that way, right?
Mhm.
And there's no one else like you. So it is, therefore, it is a personal work, but people can help and assist you in the process, like Corrine does and myself does, right?
Yes. And and the being gentle with yourself, because even though I have consciously been aware that I am in a process of metamorphosis and I'm making changes, that does not mean that I am not going to have other things that need to be cleared. However, I have the willingness to address the situation instead of saying, well, that's just me and people are just going to have to like it that way. I will address it and I will love myself enough to say, what do I need to do to bring this more clarity and bring this to a place where I'll be able to be closer to my true self. And
Yes.
uh, and that's just the beauty of self-love.
Feeling in alignment with yourself and close to your authentic self, it has nothing to do with attitude or um, opinions or anything, right?
No,
It's not when you come to someone and you say, "This is just who I am, just like it or not." That's
exactly.
opinion. That's an attitude. That's something else.
Yep,
It doesn't mean that we need to go towards the other side. That means total adapting to something, right? No, but as you move through luminous transitions, you begin to trust the intelligence of your own energy. You start to feel it, you understand, you don't need to struggle for it. You learn to listen to the subtle signals of your body and spirit. You recognize when it is time to release and when it is time to receive. Because we can't only release, we also need to receive. Finding
exactly.
the balance. You understand that every shift, no matter how small, contributes to the radiant world you are creating within and around you. And yes, we are the creators. So we said so many times before, when I want to manifest something or find that person that I feel in alignment with, well, I need to be that first. I need to be that frequency and energy and
Exactly.
vibration.
Exactly. And keeping the luminous beacon that we are in pristine condition, it allows us to become that light of the world.
Yes,
And uh, we all have that divine light within us. And we all are on this journey of rediscovering and accepting that brilliant, beautiful, imperfect, perfectly imperfect human being that is with us in us. And
yes,
uh, and I say that with great love, because this journey that we are on gives us opportunities to constantly be exploring something more beautiful that's already within us. Um, I said to this young lady that came to meditation last night, I said, "You are already perfect. All you are doing is knocking off the debris and reshaping the angle that lets the light in so the light can reflect out." I mean, if you find a diamond, it just looks like a dirty rock.
yeah,
It is not until you take it and start looking at it and say, okay, this, if we smooth this out, we're going to get a different light. That shed lights on another part.
yeah.
It's a process, a beautiful process.
It is a beautiful process. And no matter who you think you are in your mind, who others are telling you you are, right? That's
Right?
opinions.
Uh-huh.
And everybody has their right to their opinion, but they don't have the whole picture because only you have the whole picture for who you are, right?
Correct.
And doing clearings and blessings and coming into alignment with yourself means that you find your truth in here. And it's not a million truths, but the soul deep down makes it less complicated, I promise. It's not like here. We are covered in um, so many things, ideas, opinions, that we think this is how it should be, and we are using our mind. We need our mind too. But in this world, walking on this earth, our mind has taken over. So everything needs to be logic. If you can't explain it and touch it, then it's not there. But that's not true because we know we have something in here. All of
Yes.
us know, right?
Correct. Yes, and it's but going through the clearing and the letting go, I know from personal experience how much lighter you feel, how much clearer you are, um, how much more effect that you have when you are in the presence of others, because that peace that you carry is transmitted to them. And just as in the opposite, if you're chaotic, then that's going to be passed on to anyone around you, and they're going to feel that agitation. So by loving yourself and taking the time to do your housework, and every now and then do that deep cleaning. Um, I mean, daily I do, keep things tidy, but every now and then you've got to get in and just move the furniture and get where it's hiding. And I'm referring a lot to that because I'm in the process of my daughter is moving in, and so we're moving things around. So that's very much on my mind right now, physically moving things. But there again, you see, another change is coming into my life, and I am finding a way to to always keep my energy sustained so that it can't be taken away, it can't be drained, it can't be uh, filled with other people's things when I'm clean, because I'll notice, well, that doesn't fit. So I don't need that in my energy field right now.
Yeah. I want to mention something here too, from my own personal experience as well. And this was quite a few years ago, many years ago, um, where I found myself in a place, you can call it like you hit uh, at the bottom of the valley,
Yeah.
because it's so empty that you don't really recognize things, right? And you can feel stuck. Some people call that the dark night of the soul, even, right?
Yes. Yes.
I couldn't for my life understand how I could hit that bottom, where everything thing felt like they were standing still.
Yep.
And yet I did so many practices, but now afterwards, many years, because I had a healer helping me coming through that. Each and every time we come to a place that we feel is a standstill, it's a very human reaction, to resist, right? I don't want to be here. It doesn't feel good because nothing happens. Everything is the same, nothing changes, right? But when we are emptying, if we are emptying a teapot, you love to talk about a teapot sometimes.
Yes.
Before we fill it up, we refresh it, right? So sometimes those moments of stillness, that can be moments if we are not tempted to be in a state of resistance, which I was because I'm a little bit stubborn. That's
No.
probably something that added to that part, right? Because in that stillness, we can create things.
Yes.
But we just need to accept that, okay, this is where I am right now. I emptied and I emptied and I realigned and I aligned and I emptied and I cleared and I did. But if I come to that point when I accept, it doesn't mean that I love being in that place, but I accept that this is where I am right now. Acceptance.
Acceptance. Accept.
That's when things change, when I stop resisting.
It is, as we talked about before, it is the gentle surrender,
Yes.
and it not is not giving up, because we've done a lot of work, but is in the moment where you just go, okay, whatever will be, and having that deep faith and connection with yourself, and the ability to accept the next step, and then it comes and you go, well, darn, I could have done this about 9,017 hours ago.
And
But
I
yeah,
had so many wonderful signs coming to me at the end of that period. And I think I had that period for a couple of years, to be honest.
yes, yeah.
And at the end of that, I had a song in my head, Ave Maria.
Oh,
I never sing that, but I love it. But it just kept playing for me all the time.
yes,
And I got something on my thigh. I call it like a stigma, but for me, something positive. I was actually 51 years of age when this happened to me. So it's 11 years ago, right?
right.
And the stigma says 51 on my thigh.
Wow.
See? No
Yes,
coincidences.
no coincidences, and that's what's so beautiful about this experience we're having, and um, and I am so excited about many of the young people are now setting aside all of the um, dialogue that they've been taught about this and that and everything else, and saying, this doesn't feel right. There's got to be something more.
Yes.
And this brings great joy to my heart, because all of the work that we're doing in the sidelines, all of this energy that we're holding, and the meditation, we don't meditate for something. We just meditate and let that energy be used wherever the universe needs it. And it is touching souls. It is giving people a moment to pause and go, this doesn't feel right for me. So, how can I step into something? How can I change my perspective? How can I move into something that's going to feel more comfortable? And I am thanking all the young people that are becoming aware. And your journey may just be beginning, but there are many of us out there who have walked the walk and talked the talk, and we are available.
Yes,
That's what
indeed
we
we
came
are.
for, is to be that light, not tell you what to do, how to do it, or when to do it, but shine the light so you can find your own answers.
Exactly. Are you feeling a little bit hot?
Yes, I noticed that my where I'm sitting, the chair is starting to get warm. So I'm thinking you're going to give me some very simple questions.
Very simple questions. Very, very simple. So
Oh,
we just love at the end of the show to have five questions, reflections that's going to help us feel into the shift and to the topic we have been talking about. But these reflections are not only for us, they are basically for all of you watching and listening as well, right? So ponder about them. What does this feel for you? So here we come. First question. What does an energy clearing truly mean to you, and how do you feel its shift within?
Well, and I didn't cheat and look these questions up before, but I think as I was talking, when I say it's time for me to go and do my deep cleaning and do my own energy clearing, it gives me such a perception of things that I really wasn't even aware of because I had kind of overlooked them. It's almost as if while I was getting all the debris, it was causing me to have tunnel vision. And now all of a sudden I again see everything that's around, seeing it from a different perspective. And when I sit down and do my clearing, I then get up and I literally feel like I have just had this wonderful healing bath coming over me. In fact, it's interesting because the name of my company, Liquid Energy, came from when I was working with a gentleman, and he said, "When you touch me, it feels like liquid energy just flowing down my body." And I guess that's how I feel when I do my own clearing. It feels like I am flooded with this healing energy that just flows and refreshes.
Oh, that's beautiful. Thank you. So, how can blessings transform ordinary moments into luminous gateways of renewal?
Oh, that is a beautiful one. And I've even done a class on this one, and it's called "The Gift of the Blessing," and it's actually Greg Braden found this when he was meeting with the Tibetans, and being able to bless the whole situation, we sometimes forget to bless ourselves. We forget to bless the role we play in all of this. And by blessing the situation, but blessing ourselves for having the ability to have learned from the blessing, it illuminates this blessing even more so. And
Yes.
um, it's a wonderful feeling to, no matter what the situation was. Okay, I didn't appreciate all that time, that 2 years that I spent going through the ups and downs, but I bless the blessing that has come from it.
Yeah, we can actually, because many times it's not only what appears on a surface level.
Exactly.
It's what we are going to experience and feel when we are coming out on the other side. So many times it's not really that bad. It feels like a true blessing if
Yes,
we dare to watch, right?
exactly. Yes.
So, third question. In times of transition, what helps you release old energy with grace rather than resistance?
You know, since you just talked about resistance, I'm going to throw that one back at you, dear sister.
Thank you.
So I'm asking you, in times of transition, what helps you release old energy with grace rather than resistance?
What's helping me is actually to pause, take a step back, not jumping in into something because I have a little bit of that Mediterranean temperament, and I'm stubborn. But you know, everything we think we have or things that we know about ourselves can be used in a good way. So stopping, I would stop. And if I feel in that something feels off, I would probably do some clearing work on myself. But I wouldn't hesitate. And I think why I got stuck for a couple of years in the past was because I was so much in resistance. And I learned my lesson at that time. That's just an illusion. So we don't need to bring in the illusions into it, right? So we can just understand. And yes, we are going through things in life. I remember when I broke my leg. It's 2 years now, right? Okay, I reacted first and I said, I don't have time for this. You swear a little bit and you say things. But even that was some, in one way or another, blessing, because the blessing was I didn't stop by myself. I kept going. So this made me stop and rearrange.
Yep. Yep. Pause and rearrange. Beautiful.
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah.
So, fourth question. How do you sense when your space or spirit is ready for a clearing or blessing?
I'm sorry. I'm having this vision of myself and just banging into things. It's like, okay, well, I'm going to do it because I'm doing it. I'm going to get it done. And that stubborn, I can do it because I said I can, and not taking that moment to go, okay, well, why is it when you're doing this you get that grindy sound? If you've ever used a piece of equipment that's been left out and gotten dusty, and then you try to open it and it goes, and you go, oh, it needs to be cleaned, it needs to have oil put on it. And literally, I think when I find myself not moving forward with ease and everything seems to be like I am just, I need to be oiled. And it's sometimes it takes a day or two and I go, oh, it's time to do a clearing. And then but it is a visceral feeling of not being able to find something that I knew that I had put there. Little times when everything I touch seems to be turned over, or something when it causes me to do extra in something that would just be very simple. And I'm going, okay, it's time to step back. And I do like your idea of pausing, because when you pause and take a breath and then allow
Yeah.
to say to yourself and admit to yourself, well, it's time to clean, it's time to sit back, it's time to make a change.
For me, when it comes to environments and home or spaces or things of that nature, I don't own every space. So of course, maybe I can't do everything everywhere, but my environments, it feels like when something is off, it's a sticky energy. It's like walking in mud. It feels, it's not, it's the atmosphere for me.
Yes.
So I just go in and I clear. That's it.
Yep. That's why carrying sage is really nice to have, Bring
Yes,
out that sage and do a little bit of clearing, and it really works. It does.
it does work. Oh, sorry. So, last question. What beauty unfolds when we consciously bless our path forward after letting go?
Oh. Describing beauty to someone that's not experiencing it the same way that you do, Um, the feeling of beauty that happens when I do bless my path and when I finally really let go. I would like, I love nature. It would be like me stepping out after a rain and being able to smell and feel the cleanliness of 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 everything. It would be like watching the sunrise. It would be like stepping into the twilight, that magical time when everything just is just perfect. And when I've put the effort in, and when I do take the time to physically and consciously bless a situation that I may have gone through, the rapture, I guess I would use the word rapture. It is something that is beyond the physical vision of beauty. It's a feeling of the soul expanding and being connected. And and believe me, if that simple blessing is going to allow me to have that experience, then I bless the blessing.
Oh, that was beautifully said. That was beautifully said. Is there anything else we want to touch?
Well, always, always, but I think we have I think we have pretty much touched upon a lot of subjects today.
Yes. And of course, we have our ordinary. Sorry, my brain is not functioning. Our articles. Yours is going to come eventually,
Yes,
but we
yes,
have the one we have together. So, do you feel for reading the affirmation?
I would love to. Thank you. I breathe in light and exhale release. Every clearing opens space for grace to flow through me. I bless what I was, I honor what is, and I welcome what is becoming. My energy is pure, radiant, aligned with love's highest rhythm, and I stand in a luminous peace, ready to shine anew.
Thank you.
Beautiful, beautiful words.
So, may these words echo softly within us as we close our circle tonight. You can find upcoming and past episodes at youtube.com/ at Cosmic Guardians 111 slash streams and youtube.com/ at Angel Place on Earth slash streams and angelplaceonearth.com/ upcoming dash past. Connect with us, read articles, and find out more about both Karine and myself at angelplaceonearth.com/ cosmic guardians. And you can find Karine Mooney at liquidenergyhealing.com. Our next upcoming show on Cosmic Guardians with Cosmic Sis-Stars, Karine and Anne, is going to be next Wednesday, June 3rd. And we will talk about embracing calm, strategies for coping with anxiety. I think that's going to be a nice twist to things too. How do we really cope with things, right?
Yes, yes. How do we find that calm? Yes,
Yes. And we do go live for you every Wednesday in US and Europe and every Thursday in Australia. So subscribe. I always forget to say that, right?
yes.
As we close this luminous circle, may the light we have stirred continue to ripple gently through your days.
Yes.
Every clearing you embrace, every blessing you offer, becomes a quiet revolution of love, a reminder that transformation is not a single act but a living rhythm of renewal. Let your energy move like water, clear, flowing, and free. Let your heart remain open to the beauty of beginnings that follow every single release. And may your path ahead shimmer with peace, clarity, and the grace of divine alignment. With infinite love, peace, and joy, we see you, we hear you, we honor you, we love you, we appreciate you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Bye bye.
Bye bye. See you next week.
Okay.